that she felt that Ava wasn't alive. I woke up and it was a brief moment where I held her in my arms. She was lifeless, and she had decided to call EMT, and because I wasn't allowed to be in the home, she asked me to vacate so that when the EMTs came, that I don't know what her thinking was, but I've been in contact with all the authorities. They've all spoken with me. I've been in several interviews with very much state troopers, Auburn detectives. I really just don't know what happened. They're kind of using me as a witness at this moment because they really don't have anything to go on. I really don't know any more than you guys know about what they're suspecting. You know, my heart does go out to the family of Ava, and the other child that's name's not being released. We raised those kids like they were our own, and we both loved them very much. Kim cared for those children, and although I wasn't supposed to be in the home, I cared for them very much too. And this is a tragedy, and I really don't know how to explain it other than I don't know what happened that morning. I don't.
And you said you went before the grand jury as well?
Yeah, I've been in touch with several authorities, and I'm not going to get into what I spoke about with them.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I understand. A lot of people have said that
Well, I see myself getting bashed on the news, and I know that I have a criminal record, but this has nothing to do with this case. Your past is your past, but I would never hurt a child, and neither would have Kim, and I know that she wouldn't have. So whatever happened, I'm really just not sure. I really can't give much information. I was asleep, and...
But did the kids have rashes ahead of time? Did Kim take them to the doctor?
Yeah, the kids did have rashes ahead of the time. It came down, I guess, I was never really that kind of, I was the caregiver for that. She would take them to the doctor, stuff like that. So what it came down to the gist of was it was diagnosed hand, foot, and mouth, maybe. And I can't testify to that or say anything, but there's really not much I know, honestly.
What would you want to say to those foster parents? Because I know you and Kim cared about these kids.
Very much. Truthfully, we cared about those children very much. And I am so sorry for what happened to those babies, but I promise you that it wasn't anything that we did. I don't know what happened. I really don't. And neither do the authorities. That's why there's been no arrests, because no one knows what happened, and we're so sorry.
How is Kim holding up?
I don't know. I have no contact with Kim.
What would you want to say to her?
I love you, Kim, and I hope the best for you. I really do.
What would you want to say to DCF officials who said that you weren't registered to be in the home, you shouldn't have been there?
Really, I wasn't supposed to be in the home, but we ran that home for the year and a half I was there. There was no problems. We never had any issues. There was never police or calls like that or anything like that. We always had I would help her, she'd help me. I wasn't working at the time, so if she needed help with the babies, I'd help. And I just don't know what happened that morning. I really don't.
And the kids they had a fever with the hand, foot, and mouth, or no? Do you know?
They had returned to school that Friday. Came home. That was the last night we spent with them. That afternoon when I woke up, this whole thing happened, and I just...
Terrifying.
Yeah, it is absolutely terrifying. It is. It's gut-wrenching. I really cared for those children, and I'm sorry, and I don't know what happened, and I'm sorry I don't know what happened. I really do. I feel guilty for that all the time. I have no answers, and I wish I did, and I'm sorry.
DCF has really gotten kind of a black eye with this, and obviously past cases.
Well,
what would you want to say about how they handled this, or how you dealt with it?
I think that they handled the situation just fine. We definitely hid the fact that I was living there, but there was no abuse in the home. So even though we hid the fact that the children, that I was there, we still conducted ourselves as a family.
Were those kids well cared for, well taken care of, well fed?
They were. All the compliments that she used to get from DCF, she used to send them with matching outfits to the visits, and she really cared about them children, and I supported her in that. You know, she was the main caregiver, but I supported her in that. I was kind of the live at home, you know, boyfriend, helped around the house, and I was an unemployed, so, you know, that's really all I can really want to say on that, you guys. The situation's really tough, and you got about as much information as I can give.